Welcome to the Bodyscan meditation, finding a peaceful place where you can be undisturbed for the next 30 to 35 minutes. And remembering that this practice is about observing the sensations in the body, about paying attention to what is there in the body right now, in each moment. It is just an awareness practice, so we're not aiming at any result or state, be it relaxation or anything else. We are just exploring, just observing, and in doing so, trying to bring about a sense of openness and curiosity. What is actually there for me in my body right now? Letting go of all expectations about how you would like things to be or how you expect them to be. Just being open to what is present, as if you were visiting the house of a dear friend for the first time, and the friend might open this door and show you that corner, and there may be things that you like and things that you like less. But there's no need for judging or criticizing or trying to change anything. Adopting the same attitude towards what your body wants to tell you, the same open and friendly attitude. And in this practice, as in any other practice, it is very important for you to remember to take care of yourself, to mind your own needs. For instance, you may want to have a blanket at hand to cover yourself if you get cold, or this meditation is usually done from a lying down posture with legs outstretched. But if this posture is not suitable for you in this moment, you may choose to adjust it, for instance, to bring up your knees and place the soles of the feet on the mat to release a bit of the tension from your lower back. Or if lying down is not at all available right now, you may choose to sit on a couch, on a chair, or you may even do the meditation standing. In this case, please be extra mindful to any signs of drowsiness, of tiredness. If you detect these signs, you may want to consider changing the posture to a seated or lying down one for your own safety. This being said, inviting you to find that ideal posture in this moment. And if you have chosen to lie down, allowing the body to lie down naturally, arms alongside the body, legs outstretched and uncrossed, with feet slightly apart and slightly tilted to the sides. Finding a comfortable posture. If you are sitting, making sure that the feet are touching the ground and that your back and head can be supported by a seat rest or the back of the couch or a wall. And making sure that your head is aligned with your spine. Same if you are standing. Finding a comfortable posture. And allowing yourself to just arrive there. Allowing the body to calm down. Letting go of all the experiences that you've had so far today. Letting go of all the doing and the thinking, and just taking time to be here. Nothing else, nothing more. Sensing the contact points between the body and the mat, or the floor, your heels touching the mat, your calves, thighs, buttocks, your back and shoulders, your arms, and the back of your head in contact with the floor, the blanket, the mat. Or if you're standing or sitting, the feet in contact with the ground. And all the other contact points you may detect. And becoming aware of the breath as well, of the fact that your body is breathing. Noticing the air going inside the body and then going out. Without trying to change anything, the body knows how to breathe. Just observing. Becoming aware of the changes breathing brings into your body. Like your chest and your belly lifting up with each in-breath and slightly falling with each out-breath. You may want to place a hand on the belly to connect more with the breathing. And with every out-breath, allowing yourself to sink a little deeper into the mat. Noticing how the ground is supporting your weight. And sinking into the mat. And from here, summoning all your attention and guiding it through your left leg, all the way down, through the left foot, to the toes of the left foot. Can you feel the toes of the left foot? The big toe, the small toe, all the toes in between. Is there anything that you can detect here? Maybe the contact with the blanket or the sock. Maybe something else. Just registering what is there for you now. And then moving on to the sole of the left foot. Scanning it from the toes all the way to the heel and back again. And noticing, is there anything at all that I can detect here, even subtle sensations? And if there's no sensation at all, that's perfectly fine. Just registering nothing here in your explorer log. And moving on to the top of the left foot. Wrapping it in your attention for a little while. From the toes to the ankles, around the foot. Noticing maybe sensations of warmth or coldness. Maybe the temperature of the air in contact with your skin. Maybe something else. And then turning to the ankles of the left foot, the outer ankle and the inner ankle of the left foot. Checking to see if there's anything particular for you in this area of the body right now. Can you perhaps detect some rigidity in this very useful joint, or to the contrary, some lightness and flexibility? Becoming aware of what is there for you now. And moving on, up the left leg and turning the attention to the lower left leg, from the ankle to the knee, scanning the calf muscle, the shin bone, what can you notice here? Maybe some tiredness or alertness. Maybe a different sensation. And then moving on to the left knee, noticing the bony structure of the kneecap, the soft area behind the knee, the sides of the knee, circling around the knee, giving it your full attention. Any sensations, maybe sensations on the skin, the touch with the clothes. Any sensations inside the knee. Anything at all. And then turning to the left thigh, the upper part of your left leg, scanning this area, observing it. What is there now? Maybe some heaviness or some lightness. Maybe a sensation of strength in this big muscle. What can you detect now? And should you notice now or at any time that you get distracted by a sensation in the body, by a thought, or by planning, by memories, just allowing this to be, just registering, my mind is wandering, and very gently and without judging yourself in any way, bringing the mind back to the practice. In this case, to your left thigh, knowing that all minds wander. And from the left thigh, allowing the focus of your attention to expand, to include the whole left leg and the left foot. Holding the whole left leg and left foot in your awareness for a little while. Anything new that you notice, any other sensation that arises, or maybe those you have already spotted are changing a little bit. Just noticing all this. And then from your left hip, moving horizontally towards your right hip, and then going down through the right leg all the way to the right foot and the right toes. Again, checking to see, can I connect to the toes of my right foot? What is here? Really exploring as if you were a scientist or an explorer on a voyage to a new place, to the moon if you want. And you are very curious about this territory. What can I see here? What can I detect here? Anything at all? Noticing any sensation or the lack of sensations, and moving on to the sole of the right foot, giving it your full attention for a little while. Looking at the whole area from the toes to the heel, studying it, and then moving on to the top of the right foot. Anything to be noticed here? Any tingling or throbbing or a different sensation? Maybe nothing. Turning to the ankle, the outer ankle and the inner ankle, outside and inside. What's there for you right now? And if you begin to feel a bit drowsy, if you detect any sleepiness sneaking by, remembering the intention in this practice is to fall awake to everything that's in the body rather than falling asleep. So whenever you feel a bit drowsy, you might want to open your eyes if you have them closed, or move a bit your fingers or your toes, shift the posture a bit to come back to the practice. And we are now moving to the lower part of your right leg, scanning the area between the ankle and the right knee, bit by bit. What is there for me now? And moving on to the knee, to the right knee. Checking for any sensations, pleasant, unpleasant, or neutral. Allowing everything to be exactly as it is. And then tuning into your right thigh. What does it feel like in this area of the body, in this moment? Anything you notice. And then holding both legs and feet in awareness. Noticing maybe any differences between the two legs. Noticing maybe new things you have not been aware of before. And then letting go of the legs and moving on to the next area, to the pelvic area. The left hip, the right hip, the pelvic floor, your lower belly and all the organs inside, your buttocks, the whole pelvis. What is it like to be in the body in this area right now? Is there anything you can detect there? Moving on to the lower back, an area that may be sensitive for many people, an area where we tend to hold some tension. Checking what the situation is for you now. How are things there? And should a certain sensation feel like too difficult here or in any other part of your body, remembering that you may try to breathe into that area, and as you breathe out, see if you can let some of the tension go. Playing with this for a few times and noticing if anything changes. If at any point a sensation becomes too difficult or overwhelming, you have the choice to skip that body part and focus on the breath instead. And now moving on to the middle part of your back. Exploring this part of the body as well. Noticing maybe how it moves a bit with the breathing. And then moving on up to the upper back. Noticing the shoulder blades in contact with the mat. And any other sensations that may be there right now. And then turning the attention to the abdomen. Anything that you can detect there. Maybe some hunger or some digestion going on. Maybe the lifting and falling of this body part with the breath. Maybe other things too. And then turning to the rib cage, noticing its flexibility, how it opens up with each in-breath and how it comes back. It folds down a bit with each out-breath. And including the chest as well. Any sensations there? Or any emotions? This area can also hold some emotions, so checking to see if it's the case for you or not. Noticing what is there now? Maybe some spaciousness or some tightness. Just allowing things to be exactly as they are. And moving on to the shoulders. Checking the whole area, the collarbones. This is another area where we can hold some tension at times. Is it a case for you right now or not at all? If it is, remembering you may breathe into any tense area, and as you breathe out, letting go of any tension that wants to come out, if this is possible. And then from the shoulders, moving on through the arms, through both arms, all the way to the fingers. Your 10 fingers, scanning them, thumbs, the indexes, the middle fingers, the ring fingers, and the pinkies. What can you feel there? And then moving on to your hands, the back of the hand and the palms of the hands. What happens? What do you notice when you focus your attention on the palms of your hand, of both hands? Is there maybe some tingling or warmth there? Or maybe other sensations, maybe dryness or moisture. Just noticing. And moving on to the wrists, other important joints that work for us the whole day, allow us to do a lot of things. How are they right now? What's there in the wrists? Any messages for you? And then moving up to the forearms, from the wrists all the way to the elbows. Scanning this area and noticing any sensations at all. Maybe some itching, maybe the contact with the air, the contact with the mat or the floor, maybe something else. And then moving on to the elbows, and to the upper arms, recording anything that you might find there too. And then taking a moment to look at the whole trunk with the arms, as if you were holding a flashlight on the whole trunk and arms. What can you see? Just being aware of this part of your body right now. And then letting go of the trunk and arms and moving on to the neck and throat. Scanning to see what you can find in there. And again, if your mind is wandering, very gently noticing where it has gone and bringing it back to the practice, to the neck and throat, and checking what's there. Maybe sensations in the muscles that support the head, or maybe the flow of air going through your throat as you breathe, maybe something else. And then moving on to the head, the back of the head in contact with the mat. Any sensations there? The sides of the head with the ears, the crown, the top of the head. What's there for you now? And then the whole face, the jaw and cheeks, the mouth with the lips and the inside of the mouth with the tongue and teeth and gums. What can you notice there? Anything different from other body parts? And then the nose with the bridge of the nose and the nostrils. Sensing maybe the air going in and out and the slight movement of the nostrils. And moving further towards the eyes area, the muscles around the eyes, the eyelids and the eyes themselves. Scanning deep into the eyes, noticing what you can find there. And then moving to the eyebrows and the forehead, and becoming aware of the whole head and neck. And then expanding this awareness to the whole body, from the top of the head all the way to your toes and back again. Breathing and imagining that your whole body is filling up with air. If this is available, imagining that you can take the air all the way to your toes, all the way to your fingers and your head, and then breathing out. Breathing like this a few times and connecting to the whole body. As it is right now, whole and complete, your own body. Maybe with a sense of gratitude for all the messages it gave you right now, and for all the little and big things it does the whole day to keep us in motion. And then slowly coming out of the meditation, beginning by gently moving the toes and the fingers, opening the eyes if you've had them closed, maybe stretching if this is what your body needs right now, and gently sitting up and bringing this meditation to a close. Thank you for this practice.